Thank you so much, everyone. I am in such gratitude to be here, so feeling the presence of the subtle, the mind connected so deeply to the great mind or the big mind, the great universe. And I feel so blessed to be able to give this special poem that Maluka asked me to read called the Light of Asia. The light of Asia. Pray not. The darkness will not brighten. Ask not from the silence, for it cannot speak. Vex not your mournful minds with pious pains. Ah, brothers, sisters, seek not from the helpless gods by gift and hymn, nor bribe with blood, nor feed with fruits and cakes. Within yourselves deliverance must be sought. Each man his prison makes. Each hath such lordship as the loftiest ones. Nay, for with powers above, around, below, as with all flesh and whatsoever lives, act maketh joy and woe.
The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child is the basis of all UNICEF's work, and its principles lie at the heart of the Rights Respecting Schools Award. The CRC sets out the human rights of every person under the age of 18 and is the most complete statement on children's rights treaty in history. It was adopted by the UN General Assembly in 1989 and is the most widely adopted international human rights treaty in history. The UK ratified the CRC in 1991. What makes the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child so special?
We're here as citizens of the planet, as victims of the pollution that's been carelessly dumped into our land, air, and sea for generations, and as children whose rights are being violated. Today, we are fighting back. But it seems like the world's governments have forgotten about their commitments. The treaty says that countries have to protect and respect every child's right to life, health, culture, and economic well-being. They're not. As our lives being protected when the frequency and intensity of storms has become so extreme that our houses are being blown down? Is our health being protected when our land is so wet? The mosquitoes have given us malaria. Each one of us had our rights violated and denied. Our futures are being destroyed. And we're here, each one of us, to tell you how and why. My name is Alexandra Villasenor. I'm 14 years old. I'm from New York. And I'm here because 30 years ago, the world signed a contract between generations that the present world would leave a world worth inheriting to the future. And today, I want to tell the world, you are defaulting on that contract, and we're here to collect.
I noticed that in the list of the countries who support UNICEF and this children's effort, United States is not listed. Let us hope that in future years, United States will join this very worthy effort. My goal for this auspicious year is to teach children again, as I did for 10 years at the Kumaras Center in Burbank, as well as to revive Theosophy School for Children and Youngsters. This philosophy is very much needed, especially now. Robert Crosby said once, if the light of Theosophy is kept burning clear, it will be saving light of the whole world. But the question is, who will be the light bearers?
Before we conclude, we wish to read the following New Year's message from H.P. Blavatsky. According to our theosophical tenets, every man or woman is endowed, more or less, with a magnetic potentiality, which, when helped by a sincere and especially an intense and indomitable will, is the most effective of magic levers placed by nature in human hands. For woe as for weal,